What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? What's going on? This is the Bearded Man Chronicles. This is our pre St. Patrick's Day little show. So I know you guys can see the green. We got the green in our names, green shirts. So as you guys know, I don't do it alone. Let me welcome my amazing cat panel. All right, so we got Sheena here.
Hi.
What's up, baby? What's going on?
Hey,
All right, I
how
see you
are
with
you?
the forest green and all that red lips and all that good stuff. I see
That's
you.
right. You're so sweet.
I see you.
You're
Now
so
we got the
handsome.
man with the plan, Mr. Geo. What's going on?
What's
Hey,
up, everybody?
Gio.
What's up?
Good evening.
Uh,
Good evening.
good evening, man. Shay is running behind. She having some technical difficulties. She'll be on later. In
Oh,
addition to that, we got a guest, and they'll be here shortly. Um, but Facebook, if you are on Facebook, please share this live. If you on YouTube, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
absolutely.
All right, so this is episode 14. This is part two of what we got into last week. This is the debate on controversial social and political topics. But before we go into that, let's talk about some things that's going on with the celebrities, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? What y'all been hearing? Well, let me start.
Cricket.
They getting what's Jesse Smollett? They let him out of jail allegedly. They let him out of jail.
I heard he was out, so I don't know.
So this is my question because I haven't been following it thoroughly. Did he do it or he did not? I thought they proved that he did it.
Well, they certainly must have proved that he did something. They couldn't prove that he didn't do it. So I don't know. What you say, Gio? I'm not exactly sure. I haven't been following him much either, but
I didn't follow the case really closely, but just from the things I would just see posted and things said, I mean, it sounds guilty as hell to me.
yeah,
Like, if you got footage of the person, reenacting the events the night before it happens, you still had the Subway sandwich in your hand after you got attacked, I would have done chunked that sandwich. I would have been fighting with the sandwich. Like, literally, you would not. I would not still have it. It would have been a tossed salad in that bag.
absolutely.
Um, and he also had the noose around his neck still afterwards.
I'm sorry, it's
Wait,
not funny, but it
I
is.
mean, what did they hang him or what did they do?
Well, he was saying they were trying to hang him. Like, this was supposed to be a hate crime. So they were trying to put a
Wow,
noose on him.
wow. And also in sad news, Tracy Braxton passed away from esophageal cancer. So I want to send my
I'm real.
condolences to the Braxton clan. Yeah, that
Absolutely.
was sad. I was really shocked by that.
Very sorry to hear
I
about
was
that.
was really taken back by that. Sheena, tell us
What's
about.
one thing, well, before you
Oh, go
jump in
ahead.
there,
No, go
what's
ahead. Go
one
ahead.
thing that Tracy, meant to you or did something that, like, you liked about her? I don't really know a lot about her, so I didn't follow the Braxtons like that. So tell me about Tracy from your perspective.
So I didn't really know much about her either, but I did see a clip of where she went through and told all her sisters what she loved about them, and I thought that was so cool. She's like, "And Tony, I can take this from you." And like, and you think that's a bad thing, but it's good to me. So I guess she was like one of the uplifting sisters of the crew. I adored them because I am a one of five daughters. So I get it. I know all about the sisterhood, the sister thing, strong women, strong black women in one family. So I was really sorry to hear about that, and I know that it is a terrible, it's a really hard hit for their family. My heart goes out to their mom for sure. No mother, no parent wants to lose their child. So it's just a really sad thing. I didn't know a whole bunch about her either. It's sad how much you find out about people once they're deceased. We got to do better about
Yeah.
that. But
Uh,
yeah,
what's up, Charles? Charles said Jesse was proven guilty. What's up, Elijah? So let's see. The guest is here. Let me add DB. What's up, bro? How you feeling, bro?
Doing good. How you doing? Can you hear me just fine?
We can
we
hear
can
you
hear
good,
you.
bro.
Loud and
We can hear
clear.
you. Yeah.
All right. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. How are you?
Good. I'm good.
You
What's
ready,
up?
Nice.
man? It gets sticky in here. You ready?
Hey, I'm gonna be as ready as I'm gonna be. It is what it
Um,
is. You know what I'm saying?
that must be after I leave, because
Right. It's gonna be what's gonna be, man. Whatever
Right,
it
right.
is.
For sure, for
We
sure.
have a good time. It's all fun. It really is.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of the shows. You guys do
Oh
your
yeah.
thing. So that's
Yeah,
what's up.
yeah, for sure. So let me ask you guys this. I'm gonna ask you guys an icebreaker, and two, hopefully Shay will be joining soon. Um, and a spouse, if you guys had to pick one or the other, if you could pick, would you go for personality and good looks, or stability and good sense of humor? Who want to go first?
I'll go first. Stability and good sense of humor. Because if he can make me laugh, he already halfway cute. So I'm cool with that.
Okay, I feel that. What about you, DB? What you look for?
I don't know if y'all gonna think my answer is the
Ain't no wrong answer.
Comment. No, I got you. But
We want you to
to be honest with
yourself.
you, I like somebody that's aware. A person that's aware can control the room without saying one word.
Wow.
On
Okay.
top of that, they can speak to every layer that's happening around them with the person they desire to be with, and they have an understanding of what it takes to be at whatever level, at whatever time, at whatever place.
So it's
that's
not
what I look for.
it's not the physicality then.
Physicality is, even with the physicality, when she's aware, she know how to put herself in position to be attractive to every situation. She understands the lane she have to carry herself in,
She's
to
a
where it's
chameleon.
like, look, I'm that one. So you'll
Ooh.
see.
Right.
Oh, I like that. Absolutely.
What
I
about
like
you, Gio?
Stability and sense of humor and everything DB was saying. Like, yeah, I think I definitely like a well-versed person who can like navigate any situation that they're in, you know, whether it's a professional environment, whether it's, you know, some hood shit, like ghetto shit, like I like that. So
But
what
that
about you,
wasn't the
KJ?
question though. Y'all cheating. You cheating, Gio.
I know, right?
Well,
I
okay,
followed
so
you
he
this
said
week. I'm sorry.
characteristics. He said characteristics. So awareness is a part of the characteristic. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
show characteristics.
I'm talking about Gio though.
Gio,
Gio.
He
okay,
went
my
with
bad.
He went with both sides. He cheating.
Man. For me, I'm gonna say the physicality and personality. I need an arm piece.
Yeah,
Listen.
that
I mean,
doesn't surprise me.
you said what?
That doesn't surprise me. I'm listening.
You know what? You know what? Personality is everything for me, and even just without the physicality, just having a great personality, you know, you can be beautiful on the outside. I mean, not on the outside, but if you got a beautiful personality, then you're beautiful to me. I done seen some unattractive people that had like a dynamic personality. I'm like, damn, okay.
Yeah.
So
So
I
they
guess it
they overdraft all the time. That's good. You know, stability, like that's cool.
I mean, stability is cool. For me, that's physicality and personality.
Well,
I'm praying to God that they stable.
Nah,
So
but
I got-
that was not one of the options.
Yep, I agree.
So
It was his question.
So the crazy thing is when you say that, bro, if you saying the characteristics and stability, if she got characteristics like awareness, she understand what's hot, what's trendy. She know how to present herself to where she is the hottest thing that came through the room. Period. Because she understands the dynamics of, hey, if this a party to where it's a formal perspective,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put on this nice, lovely dress that's gonna make you be like, wow, babe,
Right,
that's
right.
you.
Right.
That's true. That's
And then when she with the fellas, she have a nice little fitted to the right, like you got on right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? With some Timbs or some
Wow.
J's. You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on now.
With
It's a
with
special
a
girl.
polo and some jeans.
Right,
That's
right.
what I mean by awareness, bro.
Right.
See, when a person have awareness, they understand what it means to be mental, emotional, physical. They understand all the layers and the trends to where they'll fit the part no matter where they are.
Most definitely. Most definitely. All right, Shay is here. Let's welcome Shay to the show.
Hey,
What's
hey,
up?
hey, can y'all
You
hear
back.
me?
Yeah, we can finally hear you. What's going on? What's
I'm
going on?
glad you were able to get it fixed. That's
Yeah.
tough. I'm
Hi,
sorry.
DB.
What's good?
Welcome.
That's good, you all right?
So listen, guys. What's up? Everybody in the comments. What's going on? Art, Charles, what's up? Charles says someone who isn't broken, heal people, hear things differently, and respond to things differently. Good evening, Art. What's up, Elijah? What's going on? So listen, you came just in time because we about to get into the first
Oh, I'm
topic.
scared.
You scared?
Right, Elijah said this may be different as well. Humbleness and good vibes as well. Good sense of humor and a little sexiness to add to it. Absolutely.
All right.
What did I miss? Catch me up like 2 seconds.
Hey, we
You gotta ask
oh,
her too. Yeah. you
Okay,
gotta ask
so the question was, in this spouse, would you rather have the physicality and a personality, or stability and a sense of humor?
I don't think that was it.
Wasn't that it? That was it.
No.
Okay, what was it? That was it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you went in and preached us a sermon, a mini sermon.
Oh, okay.
So tell me, DB, what he didn't tell me about?
All right, go ahead, DB.
So I told him, I said, I'm not the biggest fan for the best of looks, only because when a person is aware, they're able to fit the trends, they're able to fit the molds, they understand what each layer, what to do for each layer. So I like a lady to have layers. When she got layers, she understands what to do for what moment, at what time, and whenever the moment in time it is. And that's when you see sexy come out. Period.
I'll
You know what I'm
bring
saying?
sexy back. Okay.
I'm just saying, when she aware, she understand, like I was telling them, she understand how to control a room by just being quiet and just looking. You know what I'm saying? She know how to go into a formal engagement and put on a dress that be like, wow, that was so much class and so much grace that came when you put that on. Like, what were you thinking when you put that on? And that's the awareness part that, I think sometimes ladies miss. A man is visual, but he's also looking at where are you in the way you in your presentation.
Yeah.
If your presentation ain't there, it's like, come on, you could be beautiful but trashy.
Yeah.
But you could be average but be like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the thing is, it's all about how you the presentation.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean by the layers of connecting with a person. When you got layers, man, listen.
When I say you got a layer woman right above you, I can't rock with an ass, with me with an A.
Listen.
But girl, okay.
So Shay, so
Hey,
you tell
you're
us.
so sweet.
I'm just saying, girl.
So Shay, you tell us, what would you look for? What's more important? Is it the physical and a personality, or stability and a sense of humor?
So I like a personality and a sense of humor.
No, you can look.
That you tip. She's cheating.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No, listen. Physicality or personality.
I like all four.
Definitely not that one.
So it's two. Is he saying you gotta have those two?
Yeah.
Yeah, so stability and a sense of humor.
Okay,
Okay.
that's
I
what
would go with that one.
Why did you select those two?
Because I had no option, but I love a person with a sense of humor. That can take you a long ways. I think a sense of humor shows character in a person. To me, stability comes as you grow and as you get older, you gain stability. So that's something I can teach you. But a personality, that's who you are. That's something that you carry. So that's why I said I can throw the stability out. I'm stable and I can teach you how to be stable. That's just it.
Okay. All right.
I like it.
So let's jump into this first topic. Birth control. Should birth
Is it birth control?
When I say I'm like this,
Right? Pour me a cup too.
Wait. Birth control. Should birth control be for sale over the counter?
Is that over the counter?
I think you need a prescription for it.
Yeah, I think it definitely has to be.
But-
prescribed.
Wait. So there's different types of birth control. So let's speak. Yes.
Like Plan B, that would be.
Okay,
That's a form.
So listen.
So you gotta become more
The pill, birth
define it
control.
more.
Should you be able to go into CVS
So
and
should
get
you
birth
be able to
control?
get a 30-day prescription for your birth
There you
control?
go. Thank you.
You said what, Sheena?
Should you be able to get a 30-day prescription for
No.
your birth control?
No.
Okay.
Birth control, should it be sale over the counter? Meaning
But it
like you can
is.
just go to the aisle
Yeah, that's
and
what
get
But it
it.
is sold over the counter. That's what we're saying. You can
Is
get a
it?
Plan B. Yeah, you can get
Oh,
birth control over
So
the
that's
counter.
what you're asking. Which type of birth control you mentioned?
I think he's talking about the old school, the 30.
the old school way. Like,
Gotcha.
That's what he's
because you
talking.
still, yeah, you
But
still
that's what I
need
just
to-
said, a 30-day supply of a prescription, right? Should you
Yeah.
be able to get it over the counter? right?
Well, I guess he's
Yes.
saying without a prescription.
Right. I mean, right.
prescription.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I think what I'm saying is it should be accessible just like condoms. I think it's a contraceptive, something to prevent. So I think it should be right next to the condoms, and you should be able to go to any CVS or drugstore and get it. That's my perspective.
Well, I think I think that's good. It represents that, but also depends on the age of that too, because you have to be a certain age to get condoms from this CVS store. You got to be a certain age to be able to do that. So you can't just go into
Really?
at least that's what I've seen, because they lock condoms and stuff up, don't they?
Yeah, because people steal them. That's why.
Yeah, they're still
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's over the counter.
So so can anybody get them?
Yeah, I believe you can get them at any age. I don't think they
Really?
don't think they ask for your ID like they would for cigarettes.
I don't know. I've never known.
And then there's so
the
many
details
places
of
you can
that.
get condoms for free. You know
Right,
what I
for
mean?
sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think it should be over the counter if you are. If I don't know. I think it should be over the counter, but sometimes I wonder it shouldn't be, only because with that knowledge of you can get condoms for anybody can get a condom. Everybody should just have birth control just hanging around either. 'Cause you don't know what it could be abused, just like any other drug.
Or it could have a lot to do with the makeup of the woman. You know,
That
maybe a
too.
certain kind or a certain.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Oh. Yeah.
What you think, Gio?
Yeah, I think it should be available. I mean, obviously something that's safe. But yeah, I think just like condoms are sold, they should be able to women should be able to protect themselves as well, or have options to protect themselves. I know there's female condoms and stuff like that, but yeah, why not?
But
Share
where's
what
the
you think.
female condoms? They don't never have them in a condom aisle though.
Yeah, they do.
I never see them.
They do, bro.
Maybe I just go get mine and I'm out. But I never.
They definitely have them.
I doubt if you're looking for girl condoms.
No, I'm just saying, like, shouldn't they be like right next to regular condoms?
No.
Now what
They
about
may even be in the aisle with other
Hilarious.
feminine products and stuff.
Let's all take a trip to the drugstore, okay?
Yeah, let's do that.
And then
When we come visit you, Gio, we're going.
And then look, what about sheepskin
Yes.
condoms? Like the people
CVS,
allergic
let's
to
go.
the sheepskin, I know for sure it's not in that condom aisle.
Yeah.
No, they not. I ain't never seen.
Okay, bro. I
I ain't
I'm
never.
glad
You must not be
you
buying
said
condoms.
I'm just saying, like, if you're allergic to latex, like, where the
some
sheepskin?
water.
They're still there with the other condoms.
Shay, what you think about birth control being accessible over the counter?
So I'm actually against it because I think that when you're on birth control, I think it leaves us exposed to catching diseases as vice versa as transmitting diseases. So that's why it is prescribed as a prescription, because you have to get an HIV test before you get subscribed. You have to get your herpes test, your syphilis, your gonorrhea. You have to get all of these tests before you're subscribed birth control, because the concept is if you're on birth control, you're fucking without a condom. That's the concept. Now, not to say that all women.
Is it?
That's most definitely the concept. When you are on birth control, some women are on birth control for health reasons, obviously, to regulate their periods.
Oh, really? I never knew that.
Yes. And then you have some women who are on birth control and they're married and they don't want to have children, but they want to sleep with their husbands without protection. So they have, birth control. And then you have women who are just on birth control because they don't have nobody and they want to be able to have fun and freestyle it and do what they do. And then you have some on birth control that's just, they still use condoms, but they want to be on the safe side.
Okay.
So
There are a lot
a
of
variety of women. So
Yeah,
I just think that it should stay a prescription and it shouldn't be over the counter, because I definitely think it'd be more HIV walking around free. Okay.
Okay.
That's just my, listen, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying how I feel.
It's so many different health risks with
To me.
birth control, because it controls a female's body in a way where things are being shut down that should not.
Oh.
So I think it's an ongoing lawsuit right now for that, with people that were on birth control for quite some time. So I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on your medical history or what your what the use is for the female or the woman. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it matters whether they're over the counter or not. I think it all depends on what the woman wants to do. So,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
I think you should be seeing a physician, you know, OBGYN if you need them either way, you know.
Women's rights. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
So let's talk about discipline. I know as a child, I got hit with everything that was in sight. How do you feel about children getting disciplined? Are you guys for it or no? For me, I'm a disciplinarian. I'm not a father yet, but I've helped raise some of my nephews and nieces, very instrumental in their life. So it's a yes for me. What's up with you, DB? You a father?
I think it should be a balance.
Balance?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't feel like discipline should just be one version.
Okay.
There's different layers of discipline.
Okay.
As you're going to hear me talk in each conversation, I'm always going to talk about things in layers. Certain things are warranted, certain things are not warranted. So I think it's different layers of discipline. In reference to instead of spanking you, I'll make you run. You know, I'll make you do planks. There's different ways to discipline a child. But I believe in all of it, and all in all, it should be to where it's empowering them. I never want my discipline to be to where I'm breaking you but not building you.
All right.
And at times past, a disciplinarian was a person that just break you, but they didn't try to build you. And
Okay.
that was the breakdown to me from back in the day. They didn't put things into you to where the discipline actually made you a disciple of what they're saying.
So was you disciplined as a child? Did your parents believe in you?
Heck yeah. Yeah, I got toe up. I came from a military / Christian home. So I had at both sides. So it was like straight and narrow, baby. Shit, it was so bad for me. I had to ride my back in the backyard. Front yard, good luck, buddy. You ain't going up there.
What about you, Shay? You're a mother.
So I am against discipline, whooping. I just feel like, and again, don't shoot the messenger, just how I feel. I feel like we already demean our black men, and that's me as a mother of a black man. I never wanted him to feel like he had to be hit or spanked to understand the concept of right or wrong, because we train our children to believe that the repercussions are gonna be so invasive and attack where they begin to do things based off of the repercussions. Well, I'm not gonna steal because I'm gonna go to jail. No, you're not gonna steal because it's not the right thing to do. You know, you're not going to take because it doesn't belong to you. So I never wanted to raise him to believe that you have to worry about the repercussions before you do the act. Just don't do the act because it's not the right thing to do. Make the right decisions in life. That's me. And
Question, Shay.
that was just me. Yes.
I had a question for you. What's the next layer of you tell your kid, hey, you shouldn't do it because you shouldn't just do it? What's another layer that you can give to that kid to where you feel like it will inspire them not to do it?
With my son, and my son's 18 years old.
Okay.
I raised him. My layer behind that was it's just not the right thing to do. I didn't have another layer. I didn't have, I tell him that I don't want you to go out here and rape a woman because first of all, you don't want nobody doing it to me. You don't want nobody doing it to your grandmother. You don't want nobody doing it to your sister. You don't want nobody to do it to you. You know, you have to respect your temple. You have to respect the woman's temple. Don't not go rape a girl because you scared you go to jail. You don't go rape a woman because that's not the right thing to do. You respect her. You respect yourself. Now, the repercussions to that is you to spend your life in jail. But I didn't want him to understand the repercussions before understanding it's just the right thing to do. You just don't do it. It's the right thing to do. So
For
I
sure.
didn't whip my son at all. When I would spank him, I would put my hand over top of his hand and I would spank my hand because I just wanted to, I didn't want to hit him. And I stopped doing that, I want to say, when he was probably 5, and I never whooped him again. I would talk to him. I might cuss him out when he was 14 or 15, or say something that may have been not right to say, but I wasn't a name caller. I might say motherfucker or something like that. But
Ooh.
it
That's
just,
name calling, Shay.
That's
name calling.
motherfucker, get in here and get your ass like that.
CPS is looking at this shit.
But
They
He
might do
18 now. It's all good.
I wasn't calling him no bitch.
They might do a
or no punk.
retro case on
I
that.
wasn't calling him none of that.
David is silly. David is silly.
So listen. So Gio,
Lord,
Lord.
Gio, what's your perspective on disciplining? Are you throwing a
Beat
book?
they ass. No.
Oh, man.
I like Shay's method. I like David's method. Like I see both sides. Like I think I probably would do a combination of both. Like if the talking doesn't work, then we got the next level for me would be that ass beat.
Oh yeah.
So you not
but
throwing a book at your kid or?
Nah, I'm not throwing the books. I'm not doing the wire hangers and all that kind of shit. Like
Okay.
nah, I don't. There's a fine line between like discipline and abuse, and I feel like when you start pulling random things and just throwing them at them, or using shit you shouldn't, then it's definitely abuse. So, and nowadays these kids will run and tell everybody what you did, and now they got their phones and social media, and baby,
Video
you'll be in
cameras,
jail
right.
so fast.
Yikes.
So yeah, you can't get crazy. What about you, KJ? Oh,
I
you
got
already
a
answered
good-
it.
I got a
did you?
good dodging game. I got everything thrown at me. I used to be like, but no, I feel like whoopings is I'm for whoopings. I think if you spoil the rod, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, David.
my
Fair.
God.
Spare the rod, beat the child. Is that what it
Spoil
says?
the
Spoil
child.
the child.
Oh, spare the rod, spare the child.
Find a rod and beat the child.
There you go. I like that one.
Elijah
Spare
said,
the rod,
he said,
spoil the child.
I like that one. No, I'm for whoopings. I think, but I think it depends on that child. I think whoopings does something for some kids. I think punishments does something for others. And I mean, just the elevated voice can do something to others. So I think it really just basically depends on the child. You have to know what that child is, what you can do for that particular child. Like
That's all I had to do.
What?
All I had
Is
to do
it-
was raise my voice.
So really?
My voice. So my voice carry. So when you hear me get like
Mhm.
loud,
Practice.
The whole-
Let's
the
see.
whole-
We want
the
to hear
whole
what
house.
you say when you mad.
the whole house shake.
Do it.
So it's like,
We want to
listen.
hear it. Do it. Show us what you do when your daughter
All-
gets
all-
mad. Tell us.
So when my daughter would get up, get like outraged, I'd be like, "Listen, did you hear what I said to you?" And I didn't have to say one thing.
that scared me.
Did you hear the words that came out of my mouth? Like, I'm not playing with you.
You scared.
I'm sincere
Tina, what you
about what
do?
I'm saying to you. So when I get like that, my kids literally start tearing up, only because they know I don't get like that. So when I become aggressive and just my tone alone makes my kids tear up.
Wow.
Period.
Okay.
Because they
But that works with
understand.
girls too. So
May work with my son too, though. My son
Really?
literally go into a corner and start like bawling, only because I'm a gentle father. I'm very gentle and I'm nurturing and I'm understanding and I listen. So when I get boisterous, they're like, "Wait a minute, I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm good." Because when I get aggressive, I only know one gear. So and once I go to that gear, ain't no looking back.
It's a wrap. It's
It's
a
a
wrap.
wrap. So I try to be tailored in my approach at all times, because what you don't realize is what you do affects them in the future, and they tailor their actions after your actions, whether you believe it or not.
that's amen. They
Amen.
do.
So with that being said, like I got whoopings, I got toe up. You hear me? but I see the value in what they were trying to do, and I understand the perspective of what they were trying to give me. But now
Right.
that I've been educated at a certain clip, I'm able to say things and present myself to where the kids be like, okay, daddy came at me a certain way. Y'all gotta chill. Cause if he come, I'm not ready. And that's
Okay.
that.
Sheena, what about you?
Yeah, I found that whoopings can be kind of traumatizing. I'll be 39 and I still remember some of the ass whoopings I got. So I think it depends on what kind of child you have. Like you said, KJ, some children, you can discipline them in more than one way. And some kids, it doesn't matter what you do. So I don't know where to draw the line, but I think at this age, I don't think that whoopings were effective. I think children are who they're going to be. So it's just a matter of giving them the education that they need on top of, having a voice like DB, putting some fear into them.
Right.
But other than that, whooping them, like you say, and like you say, Gio, I'm with you. It's so much with, with video cameras and parents getting in trouble for, they're calling it child abuse now. We used to get our butts whooped with whatever my mom saw, whether it was a switch on the tree, whatever, So, yeah.
Same here.
It depends on the
I have a
kind of
question.
child you have.
I've seen, so like when we was kids, I believe we got whoopings.
Mhm.
Nowadays,
No, we got beatings.
no, we got real whoopings.
We got
Nowadays,
beatings.
I see like daddies socking their kids in the chest.
Like, yeah,
That's
some of
That's
that
crazy. That's
like
that's
some of
that's
this
too
stuff
far for me.
falls
that,
under
that's that
child
toxic
abuse.
masculinity stuff.
So,
Yeah.
grabbing extension cords, that's not a whooping. Like, that's child abuse. Because when our parents hit us, they didn't hit us with just pots and pans and you throwing a knot, like you're doing too much. And I've literally seen a man sock his son in the chest where I called the police. I didn't want to, but I did not like that at all. That is not how you teach a child to be a man. That
But
is
that
a punk to me, period.
but that's
It's a
that
punk, and it's a punk move
but that
because this is a person that can't defend themselves. And
right.
at a certain age, you don't sock your son in his chest to teach him how to be a man. That's whack.
I've seen women do that too, though. It's not
I ain't
just
never
men.
seen no woman. I can't speak
I,
on that, but
I
I
I've
seen
I've seen
I seen the women
chicks
pull
several
her daughter
men.
hair out and everything.
boom, dead in the dude chest, literally.
Yeah,
I think
well,
it should go both
I think
ways.
that's wrong
I'm
too.
just saying.
Most definitely. But
And
I don't think a man, the three men that's on this panel, you shouldn't be hitting nobody that's under the age of 15 in their chest. Nobody. I really don't think you should hit anybody at all in their chest.
So
But
you think you should hit a child with a open hand instead of a closed hand? Listen, I
next
didn't
question.
see parents slap their kid in the face.
I think that is totally disrespectful. And you slap me, we fight.
Elijah said, beat that ass. It never hurt nobody. He also said sometimes these kids need a good ass whooping.
What's up,
Alexandra
Young Wolf?
said, hey, y'all.
Hey,
Young Wolf said he get at his niece and nephew. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I can honestly say I've gotten some whoopings. I've gotten hit with some of everything, and I it didn't traumatize me. I think it made me to be the man I am today. Do I agree with some of that discipline? No, but I think it's I think it ultimately depends on the person. Like Sheena said, she's still traumatized about it. Whereas I
No,
know I
I said
was
it can be traumatizing.
okay. It can be traumatizing.
huggies.
My bad, baby. But I know I was a horrible. I lost my mom when I was 10 and a half, and I was just acting out. So I knew I was horrible growing up. So when I think about it, like I needed my ass whooped. Like I was doing like crazy stuff. I was like a little demon. So those whoopings that I've got, I would say most definitely I deserve it. But yeah, they wasn't playing. My grandparents, my mother, yeah, they didn't play. They didn't play.
Young Wolf said, I got a whooping by my dad and my legs were bleeding.
Oh wow.
Yoko said, my grandmother slapped me in the face with a metal spoon and shut my mouth up.
What's up, cuz?
What's your parents and grandma's name? I'm for reporting them.
Ooh, Sharon over here being a Karen.
When I say I'm reporting them,
Report.
your mouth. Let me see your
Hey,
mouth.
wait.
Let me see your
Hey, wait.
mouth.
So you still got some starring.
Wait, look.
I said with an F-A
Hey, listen.
mouth.
Let's say you shouldn't call them because you was calling your kids motherfuckers. So they
Oh.
gonna open up a case on you too.
Listen.
I still love him.
They're gonna have a counterclaim. They're gonna have a counterclaim, Sharon.
It seemed like CPS about to be busy. They about to open up these retro cases and everything. All right, next topic.
Hold on, we got some comments. Hold on.
Do we?
There we
Okay.
go.
Andrew says, all kids are different. I used to talk back a lot when I was very young and scream when I was mad, so hitting wouldn't work. So what my dad did was chop a jalapeno in half and rub it on my gums, and that did it.
Ooh.
Art said
Wow.
talk punishment, whooping
What's
depending
your
on
daddy
the
name,
infraction is,
Alexander?
and
That's
talking
interesting.
again after.
What was that? I'm sorry.
Art Coleman said talk punishment, whooping depended on what the infraction was, and then
Yes.
talking after it again after.
Wow.
Elijah says,
Oh,
go ahead.
No,
Go ahead,
no.
Sheila. You the reader. Go ahead.
No.
I don't do abuse, but yes, I have gotten hit in the chest, smack. Ooh, ass whooping made me the man that I am. It was kind of wrong with some of the discipline, but if I had a kid, yes, I wouldn't do half the things I went through. But a good whooping, yeah, is okay.
Yeah.
And that's my thing, really quick, and we can move on. I don't feel like whoopings make a kid better. That's my whole thing. I do not think they make a kid better. I think that Kevin, you are the man you are because you was destined to be that man, regardless of whether you got beat or not. I think Gio is the man he is. You know, I'm the woman I am, and I never got a whooping ever in life. So I just feel like I don't think whoopings does anything, but to me, it's a mental thing where it makes your child choose not to do things because of the repercussions, not because they understand fully the concept of not doing something. But then you have parents that actually explain it and give whoopings, like DB said. You do both. So you do have parents that do that. I think some parents just rely on busting you upside your head and thinking that when I bust you upside your head, you understand it. And half the time, the kid don't even understand what they getting a whooping for and why they getting a whooping. They just getting a whooping.
Right. Half the time it's because he looked just like his damn daddy.
Are you said you were not saying what I said it.
You was
I
in my
heard
way.
people say stuff like that before.
Question. Eddie got a good question. He said, what if you had a foster kid and couldn't beat them? Could they end up as the same as your biological kids that got beat? Good question.
Good question, Eddie. Hey, what's up?
Wait a minute, what was that? What if you had a foster kid and couldn't beat them? Could they end up the same as your biological
Could not
kids?
end up.
Exactly. Most definitely. Because it's not about the whooping. It has nothing to do with that. And I wish people would steer away from the whooping. You got people who go to jail for 10 years and get out of jail, and guess what they do?
Go back to jail.
The same shit that they did when they went into jail.
I kind of agree with that because I think what you should do in jail, yes, they have to serve their time, but you also got to provide these people with some psychological help, some
And they do.
therapy, because all you doing, if you lock a murderer up, he do his 20 years, he gonna come out. I mean, he gonna murder again. It's not that it dissolved. It's just been suppressed because he been locked down. That's why a lot of times these rapists and all these other people, they keep doing redundant things because they haven't gotten to work.
So there
people
isn't any
just locking them up.
psychotherapy when you're incarcerated?
I don't know. I've never been incarcerated.
You said
I
is it
don't-
what?
I think it is.
Psychotherapy. I don't
It
think.
is for therapy. My brother was there for 17 years. Yeah.
Oh,
It
okay.
is. Yes.
Well, I don't know how extensive it is. I think some people
I bet I
need
don't know.
extensive, and I think maybe jail may not be the right place for everybody. Maybe a mental institution, but with the same kind of similarities that a jail have. I just don't think jail is for everybody. I think yes, they need to be locked up, but a jail, I think some people need like a psych ward or something because some people just mentally have issues. All right, the next topic: should people be legally required to get vaccines? So let me So let me just turn it to the COVID because everybody like, oh shit.
That's like
This
that
is
Jeopardy
really-
music when he be like,
I mean,
everybody right now.
they've lived in
You
so
asked
many
it, so start us off,
restrictions
Pedro.
in so many different countries. So it's kind of
Go ahead, Sheena. What you say?
they've lifted a lot of the restrictions in other countries, so you don't even have to be vaccinated anymore. So really,
But I'm saying, should it be legally required to get a vaccination? No.
No.
All right. What you think, Gio?
I'm gonna go no too.
Why?
People have different reasons. We don't, and then a lot of the stuff that's been given to us hasn't really been tested. So to legally be obligated to have to get it is, it'd be a little questionable, depending on what it is too. So I'm gonna just overall say no.
Okay.
What about you, DB?
All right. So again, like I always tell y'all, I told you I'm gonna tell y'all this every time I speak.
in
It's
layers.
It's layers to it. There was a lot of layers of this that I couldn't understand. We've never got paid to get a vaccination for the flu. They were offering payment to people to get vaccinated, but we didn't have payment plans or payment scenarios for the flu shot. So my thing is, why are you really paying me to get this? And then after the numbers go down, the whole narrative towards the pandemic changed. Like, we know the pandemic is here, but now the main thing is Ukraine and everything else. So my thing is, I'm wondering what's the real agenda behind everything. So my answer is, I feel like you shouldn't be required to do anything you don't want to do in that regard. It's your decision. Just like it's your decision to get a flu shot, it's your decision to get a vaccination.
What about you, Shay?
Excuse me.
So I don't believe that we should be required to do any of the vaccines or the vaccination. I do believe that it's so up in the air with COVID because I think we have to realize the last pandemic was 1917, the swine flu that none of us was living, none of our parents were living, and mostly everyone who lived through that pandemic is dead. Those who was living during that time, it took 2 years to get rid of the swine flu, and they tried different things during that time. So science is that thing that unfortunately you do have to test. I think they panicked in the beginning of COVID, and they was trying anything because so many people was dying at such a rapid rate. I don't believe that they was setting us up to kill us off. I don't believe that they was doing things to purposely harm us. That's just my personal belief. I believe that science takes time, like anything else. When they created the perm, it didn't work the first time. When Edison created the light, it didn't work the first time. He did it a million damn times before it worked. So why are we so impatient and believe that when this came along that we were supposed to come up with this magic pill, come up with a way to cure it, come up with a way for everybody to be healed or fixed or whatever you want to call it. That's just my personal opinion as far as the pandemic, as far as all of the vaccines go. At the end of the day, I believe we have our free country. We should do whatever we choose to do with our bodies, and you should not be required to get the shot. However, if your ass can't travel out of the country because you ain't got it, then you just can't go out the country, and you gotta live with that. And that's just that. So that's just me.
Okay.
I'm vaccinated. I didn't get the booster, but all the rest of it I got.
Okay. I don't think you should have to be required to take it. However, I think certain roles, because what people don't know, a lot of people was contracting COVID from the healthcare workers. And again, with the vaccine, it doesn't prevent you from getting COVID. However, it can prevent like maybe grave symptoms. But I don't know. That's one of those. It's a very, very touchy situation. But a lot of those people, what a lot of people didn't know, And I have friends as I've been in medical healthcare for 14 years. I personally know people, and a lot of those doctors had COVID and they were still treating patients because the symptoms probably was mild, but they had to. A lot of the nurses had it, and I mean, again, they could have worsened the patient's symptoms. Like they could have been, because every strain is different. You can have this, and the strain can always
it can mutate.
Yeah, it mutate differently. So
And that's what it's doing. Yeah.
I don't think it should be required. However, I think when it comes to working around people, it needs to be very strict. I think if you work in healthcare, it should be mandated. Again, you have that choice to get the job or not get the job. Nowadays, a lot of jobs, if you're not even willing to get it, you won't even get a call back.
Yeah, that's because they were getting a stipend for their employees that did.
Yes, they were. They
This
were.
is all about money. Alexandra said, highly recommended to get the vaccination, but people have the right to do whatever they want. You have to remember that the flu killed so many people, and the Rona has killed millions in 2 years. Someone said, "Hello, Shay."
Are we doing the data? Because if we do the data, the flu killed millions of people too. The flu been around way longer. Way longer than Corona. Or
Yeah, I was just reading the comment. I don't know.
No. I'm just responding to the comment.
But no healthcare. I think that people are getting things kind of misconstrued, and they're mixing so much. Like the flu, Corona is a worse case of flu. It's another strain from the flu. It's like this is all together. It's not a separate disease. And if you look on the back of your Lysol cans and all these other disinfectants, Corona is on it. It has been on it for years. So it's not a disease that we didn't know about. It was just time where it came about. I believe that the government is definitely powerful enough to kill us off and not kill us off with it.
Eddie said the flu has nothing to do with Corona, different viruses, different nothing to like.
It's a worse case of flu.
Well, he's a doctor. He is a
He also said, didn't the healthcare workers get it from the patients in the first place?
What?
I can't answer that one.
He could be a doctor, that's fine, but you have other doctors that's spoken and that's talked as well. So you got 1 million doctors out here, and everybody's saying different things about this flu. And majority of them are saying it's another strain. It's pretty much the flu, but at a worser symptom or at a worser rate or whatever it is. As far as the flu go and the Corona go, the virus go. It's a virus. The flu is a virus. The Corona is a virus. All these things are pretty much the same. I had it times.
It's created. That's the bad part. But we'll leave that alone because that's going to something.
Yeah, that's going to. Yeah, it's
Young Wolf Cub said, "Here's a topic for y'all: flirting with your managers or coworkers."
No, that's an ultimate no. Like that's
What's
that quid pro quo? That's something you just don't do.
Definitely is.
Here's a topic for you.
I'm not gonna eat where I get. I'm not gonna play where I get my bread.
Now, what I mean, if it's a possibility to sleep around for a promotion, I mean, I don't know.
Oh my God, I can't take you seriously.
Listen, I'm just being honest. If I for sure get this promotion, I don't know. I'm just being honest.
I can't take it.
I can't like this.
How is it for sure though? Like, how do you know?
I got the offer letter.
What if your sex is whack and they're like, yeah, you're not getting it?
Nah, they don't. I
got to get the promotion before that. Forget that.
But then there's no guarantee you gonna do that. Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
You got to do half and half. I got to see the offer letter. I got to give you a little. And then I sign.
Oh no, that's all right. That's too much. That's too much. That is too much. That's literally. If it's gonna be all that, I'll pass.
Literally, my offer letter better be right there after I finish. Now, sign my name. Okay.
Nah, it's too much. It's too much red tape with that.
It's a risk for sure.
It's too much because the thing is, there's no guarantee on either side.
Yeah, you're right.
Think about it. There's no guarantee on either side. I can guarantee you one thing, but there's no guarantee somebody gonna get disappointed in the end. I guarantee that. Somebody's gonna get disappointed. Because what people may think is a raise can be a risk to where they wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
This risk
Money.
is gonna be that.
Yeah.
This promotion was gonna be that.
Right.
Somebody gonna be disappointed. I'm just trying to tell you. And on top of that, when you see that person and they with somebody else, what if somebody fall in love? What if somebody get all intoxicated, like, oh man,
Jeez.
infatuated? This happens. Listen,
Yeah,
This
that,
is real.
that,
It does happen.
that Me Too movement got stuff. A little
Yoko
bit
said, Yoko said,
you
I
must
married
it
a
ain't must
coworker.
happen to you, but I've seen it happen countless times.
Believe I work at the plant. When I tell you, honey, I done seen it all.
That's all I'm saying.
The
That's all I'm
plant,
saying.
hospitals,
Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
Any place of business. Any place of business.
industry for sure.
Because you have to understand, you spend more time with your colleagues than you do at home.
Absolutely.
So I mean, you like I can remember having a work wife at work, and
Yeah, I was your work wife for years.
yeah,
Oh, come on. When I say Sheena, give us the juice.
yeah. Like
Bring
so,
the
listen,
juice.
so we started working
David over here
together.
talking about.
So
Yeah,
listen, we started working together in 2007, and literally the whole department hated her because
For no reason.
they wanted me, and they just thought that we
Ooh,
was
she.
and she had a man.
It
She
was
had
nothing
she was
like
in
that.
a
I mean, he
10-year
was
relationship.
relationship. He went and bought the same car I had and everything, but it was never a relationship.
No, we just listen.
Sheena, tell us the juice.
No, we had
Right, for real.
I'm just kidding.
no, but yeah, but I remember my last when I was working at DMC. This young lady, I was over a project or whatever, and she was cool or whatever. But then one day, like my boss came and it's like, listen, we need to get this done. So I told her, and I think I told her I must have said it too aggressively. Next thing I know, I was called in the office and said I was sexually harassing her, and they literally was about to fire me. And when I say I didn't do anything, and I'm like, dang. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just find me an attorney. But I remember 2 weeks because she was like, I can't even come to work. I'm afraid of him. I'm scared. And this was somebody that I had gave gas money to, and she didn't have gas money. Her baby daddy used to leave her at work. I used to drop her off at home because her baby daddy left her at work. But I remember 2 weeks prior to that, she gave me a flyer with her on it dancing. So that's the only thing that saved me. Like they didn't care because initially I told them that she didn't do what she supposed to, and then it turned around on me. And that flyer, and I was like, I remember I had it. So when I was in a meeting, I said, if she's so threatened, she said she's been threatened for about a month. Why was this given to me 2 weeks ago? And that's the only way that I had my
It
job.
saved you, huh? Wow.
It saved me.
Yoko Tatum said, I married a coworker, but wouldn't give my boss the time of day. I'm not going to be your bitch.
Oh, okay. I like you.
Yeah. So it can be real tricky dating somebody at work though. It can be.
I've dated somebody that we dated before and then like we ended up working together in the same place. I was able to keep it separate, like, and not really make it a thing because everybody's watching you anyway. So it's manageable. But I don't think I would like just meet somebody at work and try to make something happen because, like you guys have said, as soon as shit goes bad, it's like
yeah, it's over.
they don't. Then you got to see them every day. You come to work. It's just it's a bad
You don't want to eat
situation.
where you should at. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's just
No,
it's
thanks.
like the whole vibe. Change the whole vibe when you trying to work with the person. Like, cause if they was whack, it's all whack. And even the vibe was always gonna be whack. And it's just I mean, that's just me though.
It is. I done had some
Because I'm a good
situations.
vibe type guy. You know what I'm saying? I love to give good vibes. I love to hang. I love to
Energy, yeah,
chill,
absolutely.
good energy. You know what I'm saying? And when it goes sour, it goes sour.
Yeah.
It goes real sour. And it goes sour fast. Especially if somebody else's emotions is way up here, yours is over there.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, I'm coming to do my job, and they like, yo,
Right.
but I want this, and this, and you're like, wait, I ain't on that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just not a good look.
You can't even give compliments at work because
No.
if you say, "Oh my God, you look pretty today," the
That's
next thing you know, she bringing you plates, pies, and I'm like, "Well, I wasn't trying to get at you. You look nice today." Yeah, I don't listen. Yeah, thank God for working remote.
Right.
Next topic: should sexual education be mandatory in schools? Should that be taught in school? Should it be mandatory?
Yes.
Sure, why not?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Why
I
is
didn't know
that?
they took it out of schools. I remember you said sex education.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
not
didn't know
as
they took it out.
it's
You said they
not as
took it out?
I
prevalent.
didn't know they took it out of schools. We had it when I was in
Yeah.
school.
They been took that out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's important.
So why y'all think it's important? DB.
Go ahead.
But see, at what age?
Layers.
So okay, so listen, would you feel uncomfortable if they teaching your child about sex in the 4th and 5th grade?
They already teaching them.
Mm.
They're already teaching them in the media. Look at
Yeah.
these cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
They're literally telling you that it's okay to do certain things as a kid. Point blank. Point blank. SpongeBob. They're teaching certain things already in cartoons and little kid shows. Like, come on, guys. Like, you might as well. Why not? You might just give them the layer. You don't have to give them the full blown spectrum of it, but give them layers of it as the years go by. In 3rd or 4th grade, we talk about, hey, this is the male anatomy, this is the female anatomy, rather. Then the next grade, they have certain parts that connect. You know what I'm saying? It's ways you can present it to where
Yeah.
it's not offensive in a way,
Yeah.
if I may,
Yeah.
or it's not to where degrading.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I think, and truth be told, the female and male anatomy is beautiful. We're beautiful creatures. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And to be able to have that conversation about that, I think that's relevant.
Okay.
Because a lot of times, is by not being talked about, they discover it the wrong way.
Yeah.
And when they
I
discover it the wrong way, that's where STDs, all type of diseases,
Mhm.
almost child pregnancy, not just teenage, preteen pregnancies.
Yeah.
You got kids that are 9 years old is getting pregnant. That's crazy, but it happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's critical that they have that. Critical, absolutely critical.
Okay. What you think, Sheena?
You said 4th or 5th grade?
Well, just do you think it should be taught at what class, what age is appropriate? Like what class is
I
appropriate? You
think you
think?
kind of touched on this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Teenager.
Teenager.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Gio?
I'd say about 10, 11 years old, maybe.
Okay. That's when they
That's-
start discovering. Yeah.
That's when their body starts to change. And, and I like what DB was saying. That the human anatomy is such an amazing thing, when you really think about how our bodies work and everything. And it can be taught from that perspective, an educational perspective. It isn't supposed to be, sexual. And they're not like watching porn and shit. It's like just learning how the body functions and how things happen,
Mm-hmm.
There's and plus I can imagine as a kid there's a lot of misconceptions out there about how you get pregnant. If I pull out I'm not gonna get pregnant. Like really go over those things that I think a lot of kids don't know the ifs and ands about because they're not gonna ask their parents about some shit like that. So
And the crazy thing is they overhear parents saying random raunchy stuff.
true.
Like they
What
hear
they
their
be hearing their
friends.
parents say?
You already know. I ain't gotta tell you. You already know.
They be hearing them say raunchy stuff.
And listen, they be saying some stuff. You be like, really? My parents said that, or somebody else's parents said. Like some adults don't even have filters around kids, which I feel like
It's
is
crazy.
another layer of distastefulness.
Yeah, it's a lot of crazy videos about that too.
I mean, think about it. We see it all the time in some of these movies. Like I feel like the PG-13. I still believe in that, honestly. To be honest, because they're showing kids things and our teenagers and our youth things that they don't need to see right now.
Exactly. For sure.
They don't get it. They don't even know how to be a kid. When I was a kid, we played outside, hooped. You know what I'm saying? Got ice cream from the ice cream truck. Like that's not even a thing right now. Everybody in the house playing video games and virtual reality everything, and they talking junk and saying stuff on the virtual reality stuff like Grand Theft Auto. That game is crazy.
I said that. We talked about that last week. How you can pick up prostitutes and stuff and throw them
Yeah,
out. And,
like come on.
But he
bro.
like to do it though. Say what you like to do, Kevin.
well, I
Right.
did. Well, I'm saying growing up, that was like my fetish for playing a game. I could pick up and beat up a prostitute and throw them. I mean, that was just a part of the.
So
He
that's
took
my
me
point.
out.
That's crazy.
Took me
Yeah.
out.
Ain't no way. And then that can actually scar a kid for the future too.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not even talked about how some kids are scarred from that.
Right. Exactly.
I'm
Shay,
just,
what
I'm
about
just
you?
saying. There's a lot of
Yeah,
different
I
things.
agree.
I definitely believe sexual education should be in schools. Unfortunately, I was not taught about sexual education because I was brought up in a Christian home. So I had to learn from my friends. I knew girls and boys had sex. I didn't know how they had sex, and I was 18. I had no clue of what they did. I hadn't seen it. I just knew boys and girls did something together. And I was so naive when I went to college that, thank God, I knew I liked women. And I kind of missed a lot of men that would have took advantage of me. So because I did like girls and being gay wasn't the hype thing to do, I didn't lose my virginity until I was almost 20, and it just limited my exposure to that toxic world of being manipulated and taken advantage of and misused and abused. Because guess what, I didn't know anything. I just knew that boys and girls did something, and that was that.
Because you
And
got
you wouldn't
married.
let nobody just put the tip in on you. I know that's right.
Because you
I
got
didn't know what the heck was going on. I just knew girls was talking about doing it to boys, and I was like,
so
what they
wait.
doing?
But when
Like,
did you
I know
have?
that's right.
But when
Oh,
did you marry
God.
your ex-husband? You was what?
I was 21.
Oh, 21. I thought you was 18. So you was 21
Hell
when you married.
no.
I thought you okay, he's
I
21.
hadn't had sex. I was still a virgin.
So he was
When you got
your first.
married?
No. I was still a
No.
virgin when I was 18.
Nah, she had broken in by then. She was like
Yeah.
Yeah, busted
she
wide
knew what to
open,
do. She
baby.
knew what to do with it then.
Wow. And yeah, no.
But
Y'all
you say you
nuts.
gotta be
You had
born
to put a
in
ring
before you
on
can
it.
join
Yes.
in.
You
So
can't
I
just
think
join
kids, so
in.
it's like
Okay.
you don't want your kids to learn, because when I tell you, they was telling me all types of stuff, and I was like, I'm not doing that. That's nasty.
Yeah.
Listen, I wasn't taught. Listen, I wasn't taught either about sex ed, and I remember. Yeah, I wasn't. We didn't talk about that growing up. So we had to learn on our own. You wake up, you like, what's this? And, I didn't know what a wet dream was, but it's a real thing. You wake up, and that's when you first discover that your body produced, a particular substance, and you like, well, what's this? I know it felt good, but what happened? That was a good feeling, So
It was a
I think
terrible
I think
experience
it's
for me.
important. Um, um, you know, but I just got a message. So this brings us to the end of the show. Jill, we need to work on letting people be able to call in. Is this a way we can we'll figure that out offline? But I want to, because a lot of people want to be able to call in, because I know comments be coming fast and stuff. But again, this was a dope show. We got to have you on again, DB, man. You,
Yes.
hey, listen. Hey, this might be a panel of 5 now. You may have to come on, man, every Wednesday, 8:30, bro.
Well, I thank you for the invite. I
Yeah.
truly appreciate it. You guys are real dope. Like, seriously.
Yeah, for
I enjoy
sure.
all you guys' energy.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every
yeah.
podcast is not the same. So to be
For
able
sure.
to have good vibes and
sure.
you guys cool. You know what I'm saying? You already know you my man, KJ. So
Right. All the time. So listen, y'all, what we gonna lead the people with? Take us away, Gio. What we gonna lead the people with?
Come on,
You
Pastor
always
Gio.
calling on me.
Go ahead with it.
I would like to reflect on things that we talked about during the show. What do we cover? Like a lot of pregnancy shit, like pills, taking pills, and kids getting sex education.
Mm-hmm.
Don't beat your kids. There's a lot of shit. I don't know, man. Just treat people well, man. Just just treat people well. That's all I got.
For sure.
Sheena, bless us.
Yikes.
That's Deaconess Sheena right there.
Don't even try it. It's a few comments that we missed too, though. Yoko Tatum said, please. Plus, they need to stop thinking that sex is wrong and nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Young Wolf said, like the episode of Family Guy when Lois was teaching sex in the class and Meg was having sex in the class. Yeah. And they do it all now on TikTok. That's true. What to leave you guys with? Nothing. Just get as much education as you can on topics that you are very passionate about.
Yeah.
Don't take nobody else's opinion for it. Figure it out, read about it, and experience it for yourself.
Right. That's what's up.
Yes. Yeah. What about you, KJ?
You know me. Live, laugh, love. no day is promised to you. Live each day to the fullest. And yeah, make sure you choose positivity over negativity. What about you, Shay?
Nothing. Um, stay prayed up. Pray for my mom. She's in the hospital.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know, and she's suffering from cancer. So you know, they put her on hospice. So just keep her in your prayers. I try to stay uplifted, and I try to stay, you know, positive.
Mm-hmm.
I know reality is reality, but just keep us in your prayers. Each day, you know, is a different day. I feel happy sometimes. I feel sad sometimes.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't. I try not to let it overcome me. So keep my prayer, keep me in your prayer for my strength to stay strong through this process for her, for my family, for my son, for my sisters, for my brothers, and just for myself.
Wow, that totally caught me by surprise. I'm so sorry, Shay.
Yeah.
We're definitely thinking of you and praying for
Right.
you guys. I'm really sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's a phenomenal, you know, just to kind of reiterate what she said, her mom she is a phenomenal woman. I've never heard her say anything bad. She's a Bible, what they call them, Bible belt or Bible built woman.
That's why I was a virgin till I was almost 20.
Right. she's an awesome woman, and she's not biased. She's not judgmental. So most
She's
definitely, you guys have our prayers and
not.
everything. And you know, I'm here one
Wow.
call away. And yeah. So this brings us to the end of the show. So guys, if you're on Facebook, please share this. YouTube, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, we love you. Peace out.
Peace. Thanks, guys.